Hello guys, welcome to Code Blitz. So today we are going to create a virtual environment. Okay. Now before creating a virtual environment, you should have installed the Python, and the second thing is you should have installed the Jupyter notebook. Okay. Now these two are very easy steps. You can refer to any video and install it. Now after installing that, now if you want to create a virtual environment, this is the right video. Now we are creating this for the Windows operating system. Now these are the four steps which we have to follow, and then we can create the virtual environment. Now what is virtual environment? Now you can imagine virtual environment as basically a separate room in your house. Okay, so separate room in a sense that now imagine that you are installing packages in your Python and you have not created any environment. Therefore that packages are installed globally, means it is available throughout the system. But if you want that that packages should only be installed for your specific project. Okay, so for that you will be creating a virtual environment. So after creating that virtual environment, that all installed packages will be available only for that environment. So I will tell you the steps for creating this virtual environment. Okay, now first of all, let me create a folder. So you can select any drive. I am going to web drive, creating a new folder. The name of the folder you can give anything. I will give code blitz. Okay, now the second thing is open our now you can see the folder is completely empty. Okay, now so now what we will do is we will enter our command prompt. Okay, now come to our F directory, and here we have to write code blitz. Okay, we have entered our folder. Let me check the spelling. Sorry, we have to write change directory and then code blitz. Okay, we are basically moving to directory code blitz. Okay, so we have entered our code blitz. Now the next thing what we have to do is let's check our step from here. The first one is we have to create a new virtual environment. Okay, so this is the command for it. I will copy it. Okay, control V. Now here we have to write the name of our environment. Now we can consider any name. I will write here trials. You can consider any name for your environment. Okay, and I will press enter. It will take some time. Okay, the virtual environment has been created. Now let's go now to verify whether it is created or not. What you can do is you can go in your codebits folder. You will find this trials. So this is our virtual environment. You will find this files. Okay, now you can see this python venv. Okay, now this venv basically stands for the virtual environment, and this is our name of the virtual environment. Now let's go to our second step. The second step is we have to activate our virtual environment. So for that, this is the command. I will type it. Okay, so you can see dot name of our virtual environment. So dot, I will write here slash. Now name of our virtual environment, we have kept trials. Now whatever name that you have kept, then script. Okay, let me check trials, scripts, and then activate. Now just make sure that there is no spelling errors. Trials, scripts, and activate. Okay, if you press enter, you can see these trials. Okay, these trials. So we are now in our virtual environment. Okay, now this is only step which we have to follow. Okay, so this only we can see that I am highlighting it. This step you have to follow whenever you are basically want to enter in your virtual environment. Okay, now the next thing, in order to connect it to our Jupyter notebook, so we have to install some dependencies in order to connect our Jupyter notebook to our virtual environment. Thus the command which we have to do is we have to first of all let's upgrade our pip. Okay, python install. Now you can see our pip is getting upgraded. Now remember one thing, everything is going, all this updation are only for our trials, it will not affect outside anything. Okay, so our pip is been getting upgraded. Okay, so pip is been upgraded. Now the next thing what we have to do is check the steps. Upgrade completed. Now we have to install the ipy kernel. Now this ipy kernel basically helps in connecting to our uh, Jupyter notebook. So basically the kernel we can change after going opening the Jupyter notebook. I will show you further. Okay, so pip install ipy kernel. I will press enter. It will take some time. So okay, our ipy kernel has been installed. Now let's look at our next step. So after this ipy kernel, now what we have to do is we have to install our virtual environment. Okay, so I will, let's go here. Now type it. Okay, python -m, let's ipykernel install. Now you don't need to understand this step, just uh, refer what I am doing it. Okay, user, then name equal to, now name of our virtual environment. Okay, so the name of our virtual environment is trials. Okay, now let's click here. After clicking enter, okay, so you can see that install kernel spec trials has been done. So if you have done this step, then thumbs up, you have successfully created your virtual environment and also attached our Jupyter notebook. Now the last step is just typing Jupyter notebook and it will be opened. So you can say this is Jupyter notebook. Okay, type Jupyter notebook in command prompt. Okay, so JUPY Jupyter notebook, press enter. It will take some time and it will open your Jupyter notebook in your default browser. Okay, okay, now you have to just open your default browser. Now you can see it is been creating. It will take some time. Okay, so after opening this interface, now what you have to do is go to the new, and you can see this all are my basically my previous virtual environment. Now the name of our virtual environment was trials. Now you can see this trials here. Now if you have come till this step, then you are okay to go. So now just click trials. Now it will basically open a notebook for us. You can just give it a new name or anything you want. If you want, you can just to check uh, print hello. Okay, you can run it. Now you can do whatever you want. The main thing what you have to check is that is there trials here. If this is here, it refers to our virtual environment name. Okay, this trials. Now okay, so you have created your virtual environment and you are good to go. Now the thing is, some of the students have asked me the doubt that once we have created this virtual environment, now again I have to come in this virtual environment. So basically now again I have to activate this virtual environment. How to do that? So quickly I will tell you that if you know, you can just skip the video, and if you understand the you understand how to create this virtual environment, then please do hit the like button, share it with your friends, and please do subscribe. Now your one small gesture can make my day. Thank you. Okay, so let me tell you how you can do it. So I will close everything now. Okay, so I will provide these steps in description, don't need to worry. Okay, save. Okay, now I have to closed everything. Okay, now what next thing what we have to do, if you have to open this virtual environment again. Okay, so now I will go to my Windows app. I will go to code blitz. Okay, Now after going to code bits, just write here cmd. Okay, after cmd, now the what we have to just do here is we have to activate our virtual environment. That is, we can say type our command for activation. Now I have provided that command in our steps only. You can see that. See, this is the step number 2. This is the same command. Okay, can copy it also. Actually it is not allowing me. Okay, so dot slash name of our virtual environment, that is trials, and then slash scripts. Okay, and slash activate. After pressing enter, our virtual environment is now activated. Now you just need to type Jupyter notebook. Press enter and notebook will be loaded. So you can see, and here new you can find trials. Okay, so that's all for the video. Thank you.